the beautiful Will Rogers Complex in Fort Worth, this is Championship Sports. 2 hours of ringside excitement featuring the world's greatest professional wrestlers.
Saturday in the middle of September. Hello again, everyone. I'm Mark Durant here at Will Rogers Coliseum, along with Jim Lund and our entire crew, bidding you welcome to this exciting telecast of the world's greatest professional wrestling action. Well, we have a lot to talk about tonight. We're excited about the fact that world champion Ric Flair is on his way in this week. He'll be having a couple of very exciting bouts. Also, we'll be discussing our new champions. We have a new world six-man tag team champion and, of course, the new American heavyweight champion. Now, Wild Bill Irwin is doing his best to shake the ring to the point that I can't speak. So I'm going to make him happy and get out of here. Here's the opening bout.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Championship Sports here at the beautiful Will Rogers Coliseum in Fort Worth, Texas. All matches are sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. Our first event of the evening, one fall, 15-minute time limit. First of all, on my right, from the USA, representing General Akbar and Devastation Incorporated, Wild Bill Irwin. And his challenger on my left, from Nashville, weighing 240 pounds, George Weingroff. Your referee is Bronco Lubitsch.
All right, here we go. Opening bout of the evening, George Weingroff to face Wild Bill. General Akbar in the ring. A very quiet beginning here tonight, but I have an idea with that whip that it's going to spice up in a hurry. School has started. Folks back to the routine of going to school, making a living, what have you. And that makes it a great time of year to be on hand here at Will Rogers Coliseum. As we are going to be feeling the results of the Convention Center card Labor Day for a long time, I know, because of several serious points that took place, several serious happenings. One fall, 15-minute time limit, opening bout. Wild Bill has Weingroff from behind. Weingroff turns the tables, has it, takes him down, got him pinned. Here's the count of not even one as Irwin gets the shoulders up as Bronco Lubitsch arrives. Tonight on our show, we'll be talking to Playboy manager Gary Hart with his advisee, Chris Adams. We'll be talking to Kevin Von Erich, the Iceman, Gino Hernandez, General Akbar, Jake the Snake Roberts, as you see Irwin now. Now Weingroff on top. Irwin kicks out and moves toward the rope, and the hold will be broken.
Get him off of me!
We'll be talking to you folks in Carthage, in Fort Hood, in Valley View, up north of Fort Worth, and Burleson, just to the south of Fort Worth. Tim Russell country. Wild Bill with a half Nelson on George Weingroff, the man who is legally blind, but a man who does not let that handicap stop him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. New American heavyweight champion, Gino Hernandez, reclaiming the belt in a very disturbing fashion. Disturbing not only for Mike and for you fans, but also for Stella Mae French, who was injured and carried out by the police thanks to Andrea, the lady giant, 6'3", 205 pounds, with a bright red streak through her hair. Chains around her thighs and spikes around her wrists. And neck, of course, Ralph reminds me. And waist and ankle reminds Jim Lund. You've been looking at her, Jim? Irwin pushed away. Now, Gino, of course, won that bout thanks to Andrea having a foreign object which she nailed Mike with from behind after she floored Stella Mae also from behind, who was outside watching outside the ring area. More on that later on. New World six-man champions, and although Mike was injured in that wild American title bout, he heroically came from the back after he was unable to wrestle. And as Kevin Von Erich openly says, wound up winning the bout for us. More on that shortly. Ric Flair coming in to have an exciting world title bout Monday. Gino Hernandez is going to face the winner of that world title bout Friday in Dallas, and Gino claims he's going to be a winner and will now be the world heavyweight champion to go along with the American title and Texas title. Well, we heard that one pop. A big ooh from the crowd. Irwin now playing Mr. Nice Guy. Along the back rope. Irwin is slapped across the face and crawls to the corner.
He ain't blind, I'm telling you that.
Irwin denying the fact that he's blind. Well, Chris Adams has had nothing but success since bringing on the services of Playboy manager Gary Hart as his advisor. We'll be talking to Chris and Gary very shortly. As it will be Chris Adams involved in some very exciting action coming up in these weeks ahead.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Flair, in fact, will go against Flair Monday night for the World Heavyweight Championship. And boy, when you talk about Gary Hart in there, aiding Adams the way he has, and the fact that Adams has not even come close to losing since Hart has been around, hey, we may well see that title change right here in this very ring Monday night. Irwin getting rough with Weindrop. This is the big roughhouser from Duluth, Minnesota. We have not seen those tremendous stomps that he loves to use yet, but I'm sure we will. There's a knee to the head. Over the center rope, he's being choked. There's a drive from the right. Tonight we'll show you our main event if we have time, involving Devastation Incorporated versus Kevin and Kerry Von Erich, as Akbar continues to work hard for a World Six-Man title team from his stable. Irwin reaching for the ropes to keep from going down. Here comes the flip, but he can't. Hey, and the kick out. And in the turnbuckle. Wild man by Wild Bill Irwin. Back on it was into the hands of Andrea, the lady giant, Nicola Roberts. She's big and she's mean, as we saw Labor Day. Owen holding on to Weindrop. Von Erich had that shoulder injured. The doctors told him right there in the back that night that if he went back out, he was risking permanent injury and may never wrestle again. That's why he chose not to wrestle in that bout, which we're going to show you later on tonight. But yet when the chips were down, it was Mike heroically coming from the back. And we'll discuss more of that during our television main event tonight. And with a drive to the top of the chest. Blind boy. But Irwin is not giving
giving him much of a chance. Moving around, coming in and booting that shoulder inside of the head with that boot. Right side rope. This to the right. Back there's the drop kick with 1 foot by George Weindroff. Fans cheer and look at Akbar as Weindroff scores some points. There's the drop kick from the corner buckle. There's one to the face. And Weindroff giving Wild Bill Irwin all he can handle. Atomic drop over the knee, and Irwin down for the count of just 2. Television title bout coming up. Chris Adams defending that belt against one of the TYT. Look at that, Irwin coming off the near rope. He's really floored Weindroff. Could be, might be, there it is. The winner in 8 minutes and 47 seconds, Wild Bill Irwin. 8.5 minutes to time, Wild Bill Irwin, your winner. And when we come back, we'll be talking to Gary Hart and Chris Adams about World Point to be right here at Will Rogers Coliseum. The action begins at 8 o'clock. You're going to see an exciting newcomer by the name of El Grande Diablo, an action against George Weindroff. Buck Rock and Roll Zumhoff will be facing Norval Austin. Mike Reed faces Coco Ware. The missing link goes against Keith Jewell Strongbow. Then we're going to have 2 exciting feature bouts. The first will be a tag team event. Wild Bill and Scott Hogg, the Magnificent Irwin brothers, going against the Iceman and Mike Von Erich. And for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, Nature Boy Ric Flair will be in to defend his title against the man we're about to talk to, Chris Adams. That's Flair versus Adams, highlighting the great card Monday night, right here, Will Rogers Coliseum, 8 o'clock. The weather's still hot outside, but it's cool and air-conditioned here. And I hope you're also on hand along with us. Well, here's Chris Adams. Here's Gary Hart. And as we talk about world title opportunity coming up Monday, I must bring up the fact that there has been a great deal of controversy regarding the signing of you two together due to your reputation, sir.
I would rather for Chris to answer, and I think he'd give you a better opinion of what type of man I am actually to work for.
Okay. Chris?
Thank you, Mark. I would just like to explain to the people that I feel I have made the right decision in choosing Gary Hart to be my advisor and manager. And the reason is that since he has taken over as my manager and advisor, I haven't been ripped off once. In fact, I haven't lost a match. So I really think I owe that to Gary Hart. Now, I really am surprised at having a title shot so soon. You know, so soon after Gary took the advisor job. Really, Gary, I'm really surprised. I mean, thank you very much.
But being undefeated, that has to put a lot of emphasis on your chances of winning.
Well, number one, what I want the people to remember most of all, if you have someone to knock the debris out of the way, you don't have to wait around for the rest of your life to get a shot at the world's heavyweight champion. Christopher Adams has the ability to beat Ricky Flair right here in the Will Rogers Coliseum next Monday night. I know that's a tall order. A lot of people have stood before you and said they were going to do this and that. But next week, in the Will Rogers Coliseum, we're going to show Ricky Flair and every wrestling fan in the world that Christopher Adams deserves to be the #1 contender. Now, Chris Adams has wrestled for a long time, and as everyone knows, deserves a shot at the world champion as much, or if not more, than anyone. Chris Adams is a dedicated young man. He has developed a new hold that we have not used in any matches and will not use here tonight. But next Monday night, with Ricky Flair, we're going to use it then. And the reason we haven't used it is I don't want any hetchy-ketchy films going around and knowing about our business. So next Monday night, Ricky Flair, he's going to give you a wrestling lesson in your life. You like to say that you never rode a horse and you've never wear cowboy boots, but you're the midnight cowboy. Well, in Texas, you're only 11:45. Here's the midnight cowboy next to me.
Gary Hart, Chris Adams, a new hold to look forward to Monday.
No, we're not going to say any more about it. Next Monday night, you'll see it because I'm sure you'll be sitting right over there. Win, lose, or draw, Ricky Flair, you're going to know that Chris Adams is coming for your lunch.
Okay. Need we remind you that Chris Adams is undefeated since acquiring the services of manager Gary Hart. Will the streak continue? Be here Monday to see. He'll also be involved in a big bout coming right up. And it was Friday night. Be on hand to see another World Heavyweight Championship bout. Now this time it will be Gino Hernandez facing the world champion, which will either be Chris Adams or Ric Flair. In other words, the winner of the bout here Monday night will be facing now the current American heavyweight champion, Gino Hernandez, at the Sportatorium. You are listening to Coco Ware, by the way, in the background. The pretty young things, Coco Ware and his teammate Norvell Austin will face Kevin Von Erich and Skip Young. Killer Khan goes against Jose Lothario. Jake the Snake faces Zumhoff. Chief Jules Strongbow against Scott Hall Gervin. At Friday night, the Dallas Sportatorium, September 21st, Gino for the world title against either Flair or Adams. Be on hand to see the action. Here's Ralph in our next bout.
Beat the television champion. One fall, 15-minute time limit. The purse tonight starts at $500. First of all, the challenger on my right, from Memphis, one of the PYTs, weighing 240 pounds, Mr. Coco Ware. And the current television champion, represented by Gary Hart, from England, weighing 235 pounds, gentleman, Chris Adams. Your referee is Rocco Lubitz.
You know, Chris Adams has always possessed a great talent and the ability to win. But if Gary Hart has done one thing, and he's done more than that, but if he had only done one thing, that one thing would be instilling the confidence in Chris Adams that he can and will win the world title. And he will win it Monday. Chris really believes that. Gary's got him believing that. And whenever you think you're going to do something, that always gives you a better chance of being able to do it. As Joe Gargiola always says on the ball game, if you think it's helping you, then it is. Coco Ware in the white tights, one of the tricky young things, will face Chris Adams for the television title bout. Now, there will be no TV title next Monday, regardless of who wins this. Since Chris Adams will be going against world heavyweight champion. Coco Ware agreed to that. If Ware wins, he will wait 2 weeks to defend it. They did not want to book an opponent since they did not know who would win this bout, and if it had been Adams, then he could not participate.